Hello everyone, Pineaaronapple here with episode 3 of Heather's 2018, entitled Date Rapes and AIDS Jokes? Lovely! After the high performance of last episode, let's see if Heather's will continue to stride upwards. Probably not. The episode starts with another hallucination of Veronica's that gives McNamara a last creepy hurrah. McNamara seems to imply she's in heaven, and this series does start to get into a spiritual, supernatural storyline that pops up every now and then. Heather asking Veronica and JD to send her more young souls to play with, also creating a rift between the two as JD is not at Heather's funeral. Oops, that's some bad makeup. Heather Chandler takes the opportunity of McNamara's funeral to make herself look better, and pull down McNamara one last time. What a surprise. Veronica can do nothing but laugh at the copious amounts of bullshit that everyone around her spouts. Duke asks her to double with Ram and Kurt, but is turned down for JD. But when he brings in his nihilistic bullshit in as a reason not to turn up to the funeral, Veronica tells him to piss off.
Sit through another episode of Westerberg's hit new show, Grief. Who wore it best? No thank you. That funeral had nothing to do with Heather McNamara. If you want to honor her, honor her. But don't pretend her funeral had anything to do with her. Everyone in that room killed Heather. And then, with her body still warm, they all crowd around, jerk off, and pretend to be shocked that the pretty young girl they all ignored slit her wrists. Heather's funeral was just the dirty tissue in our town's inevitable exercise in masturbatory absolution.
Teacher talk commences as they are as hilarious and fuck-faced as ever. And Maurice wants to turn suicide into a play. Oh, God.
These kids don't need radical empathy. They don't need a bake sale. What they need is high school musical theater. An original musical written by me. Teenage Suicide. Don't do it. Music and lyrics by Maurice Dennis.
Principal Gowan, the last thing we need to do is glorify suicide.
No, it says don't do it.
It has suicide in the title.
You clearly know nothing about theater.
Heather tries to play Saint, but puts Duke down while signing up for the play as their rivalry starts to pick up pace. Veronica decides to follow through with the double as they go to laser tag, and even though she thought Ram was just a simple-minded jock, and he kind of is, it's shown that he has fun with her and he genuinely cares about her, not just romantically as a way to get in her pants, but as a human being, something that she is sorely lacking from JD. Meanwhile, Maurice comes to Chandler's house and offers her the leading role of his play, speaking to her mother about it just in earshot of a hidden Heather, showing why Heather needs to be so confident and in control, as her mother clearly has no faith in her potential to succeed in anything in life. This almost made me feel sad for Heather, evolving her character from this point, but her character kind of struggles to get any further complexities until the final episode. Something odd is that her mum's name is Martha, the only remains of the Martha Dunstock character from the original, and the musical is seemingly her name, as that character is absent in this show.
Why did you say that name?
JD comes home to find his jackass father having dinner with...
I'm Tina, with a Y.
Turn it off.
I met your dad at Pilates.
Turn it off.
I just moved here from Louisville, and I don't know a soul, so
Turn it off!
I decided to take a bunch of classes just to meet people. I took spinning, I took yoga, I took what's called cardio bar.
Turn it off!
As their distanced dynamic is shown in far greater detail, and quite frankly, ruining the great father-son joke they had in the original. Also, he's a bit of an arse, even while nutting over steak.
This is great steak, son.
Heather and Kurt are shown to be quite close, but Duke is reluctant to meet his parents. Although Heather forces Duke to make a difficult decision, dump Kurt or suffer Chandler's wrath. Duke takes the easy way out and publicly gets rid of Kurt. I actually like their dynamic apart from the fact it's interrupted here by the third party forcing lovers apart trope from Spider-Man 3. JD and Veronica fight further as she strives to be more normal, sick of JD's coldness, leaving to continue to pursue Ram. Chandler takes in the newest kid as her protege, immediately backfiring as, after pushing Duke out of the way to gain the spotlight, Lizzie takes it away from Chandler, as she clearly immediately starts planning 500 different ways to kill her. And what the fuck is Duke wearing? Pajamas? Ram creates an amazing date for him and Veronica. And damn, if a man put in this much effort for a date with me, I would be dumbfounded and all over him. Ram is actually a pretty nice guy, it turns out, and no, he's dead. Veronica sees this, and that JD is clearly the culprit. She grabs a cheese knife and confronts him in one of the only scenes where he brings out emotions. Yet, after his pretty obsessive yet well-written speech, she drops the knife and states,
"You had me from the moment I saw Ram's lifeless body."
As Heaven is a Place on Earth starts playing? What? So, changing from the source material, Veronica is far more psychotic, but not in the way that JD is. It takes a while to find her true position, but it seems that she holds the morals of everyday school life, yet obsessively craves a partner that holds up those morals. Anyone who doesn't, she eventually tries to harm. Ram held up these morals eventually, but she sees JD's attack as a symbol of his love for her. This twisted ideal will be further explored as more is revealed, though, because honestly, in this point of the story, it's just kind of all over the place and doesn't make much sense to her motivations, which is a major problem for this show. And here, with this fantastic shot juxtaposing the romance and darkness, it's now time for this episode's portion of colour coding. 1. Yellow is for McNamara. 2. As a filter change, her clothes go from green to blue. 3. Blue. 4. Black. 5. Is a coincidence, but the "don't do it" on the poster represents Chandler's new position against suicide. 6. Lack of bright colours apart from Tina and the red in JD's house. 7. Lizzie wears pink for innocence. 8. Lights move from Chandler to Lizzie as she outshines her with great singing. 9. Maurice wears red as he has the power to cast, as we previously established that red represents. Also with the red light on Chandler's back fading away. This episode does not stand up to the previous one, but it isn't a flop. Date rapes and AIDS jokes gets a 7.8 out of 10. Almost an 8, but just off the mark, so I wasn't going to give it a 7.5. Thank you everybody for watching my review of episode 3 of Heathers. Please leave a like on the video if you liked it, click subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so you're notified whenever a new video of mine comes out. I will see you in the next video. Bye!